Question 1. On which day did Moses command the Israelites to rest, in observance of the Sabbath, while gathering manna? A. First day. B. Seventh day. C. Fifth day. D. Third day. Time to think. The right answer is letter B. Book of Exodus, chapter 16, verse 26. 6 days ye shall gather it, but on the seventh day, which is the Sabbath, in it there shall be none. Question 2. What did Solomon say would come out of the mouth of the righteous? A. A healing word. B. A word of wisdom. C. The law of his God. D. A curse for the wicked. Time to think. The right answer is letter B. Proverbs, chapter 10, verse 31. The mouth of the just bringeth forth wisdom, but the froward tongue shall be cut out. Question 3. Whom did God tell Abraham would be blessed because of his obedience? A. Lot. B. Isaac. C. Ishmael. D. All nations. Time to think. The right answer is letter D. And in thy seed shall all the nations of the earth be blessed, because thou hast obeyed my voice. Book of Genesis, chapter 22, verse 18. Question 4. What will the Lord give to the priests and the Levites as their inheritance forever, according to the book of Jeremiah? A. Gold and silver. B. Flocks and herds. C. All the offerings of Israel. D. Lands and vineyards. Time to think. The right answer is letter C. But I will give the priests, the Levites, all the offerings of Israel made by fire for an inheritance, for they have no inheritance among their brethren. The Lord is their inheritance, as he hath said unto them. Book of Jeremiah, chapter 33, verse 18. Question 5. What was Daniel's diet during his 10-day test? A. Meat and wine. B. Fish and bread. C. Milk and honey. D. Vegetables and water. Time to think. The right answer is letter D. Book of Daniel, chapter 1, verses 12 and 13. Prove thy servants, I beseech thee, 10 days, and let them give us pulse to eat and water to drink. Then let our countenances be looked upon before thee, and the countenance of the children that eat of the portion of the king's meat, and as thou seest, deal with thy servants. Question 6. What did Job say he would do after hearing God speaking? A. Flee from God's presence. B. Challenge God again. C. Repent in dust and ashes. D. offer sacrifices for his friends. Time to think. The right answer is letter C. Book of Job, chapter 42, verse 6. Wherefore I abhor myself and repent in dust and ashes. Question 7. What did Solomon compare to a tree of life in his Proverbs? A. The tongue of the wise. B. The house of the righteous. C. The fruit of the righteous. D. The path of the just. Time to think. The right answer is letter C. The fruit of the righteous is a tree of life, and he that winneth souls is wise. Proverbs of Solomon, chapter 11, verse 30. Question 8. What did God say would happen to those who blessed Abraham and those who cursed him? A. They would become great nations. B. They would receive riches and power. C. Those who blessed him would be blessed, and those who cursed him would be cursed. D. They would have abundant harvests and suffering, respectively. Time to think. The right answer is letter C. And I will bless them that bless thee, and curse him that curseth thee, and in thee shall all families of the earth be blessed. Book of Genesis, chapter 12, verse 3. Question 9. What did King Nebuchadnezzar see in his second dream that troubled him, as mentioned in the book of Daniel? A. A tree in the midst of the earth. B. A statue made of various metals. C. A hand writing on the wall. D. 4 beasts rising from the sea. Time to think. The right answer is letter A. Book of Daniel, chapter 4, verse 10. Thus were the visions of mine had in my bed. I saw, and behold, a tree in the midst of the earth, and the height thereof was great. Question 10. What action did God take towards Job's friends due to their folly? A. God blessed them for their wisdom. B. God commanded Job to pray for them. C. God ignored their actions. D. God bestowed great riches upon them. Time to think. The right answer is letter B. Book of Job, chapter 42, verse 8. Therefore take unto you now 7 bullocks and 7 rams, and go to my servant Job, and offer up for yourselves a burnt offering, and my servant Job shall pray for you. For him will I accept, lest I deal with you after your folly, in that ye have not spoken of me the thing which is right, like my servant Job. Question 11. In response to Solomon's request for wisdom, what specific blessing did God promise Solomon in addition to wisdom and knowledge? A. Unmatched power. B. Long life. C. Wealth, riches, and honor. D. Mastery over all kingdoms. Time to think. The right answer is letter C. And I will give thee riches, and wealth, and honor, such as none of the kings have had that have been before thee, neither shall there any after thee have the like. Second Book of Chronicles, chapter 1, verse 12. Question 12. In the book of Daniel, who had a vision of a ram and a he-goat, and interpreted it as the kings of Media and Persia and the king of Grecia? A. Nebuchadnezzar. B. Darius. C. Daniel. D. Belshazzar. Time to think. The right answer is letter C. Book of Daniel, chapter 8, verses 20 and 21. The ram which thou sawest having 2 horns are the kings of Media and Persia, and the rough goat is the king of Grecia, and the great horn that is between his eyes is the first king. Question 13. What did Moses use on the waters of Egypt to turn them to blood as a sign to Pharaoh? A. His rod. B. A stone. C. Dust from the ground. D. A piece of wood. Time to think. The right answer is letter A. And the Lord spake unto Moses, say unto Aaron, Take thy rod, and stretch out thine hand upon the waters of Egypt, upon their streams, upon their rivers, and upon their ponds, and upon all their pools of water, that they may become blood, and that there may be blood throughout all the land of Egypt, both in vessels of wood and in vessels of stone. Book of Exodus, chapter 7, verse 19. Question 14. What was the name of the Pharaoh's daughter who became Solomon's wife? A. The Bible does not name her. B. Naamah. C. Bathsheba. D. Abigail. Time to think. The right answer is letter A. The Bible does not name the daughter of Pharaoh whom Solomon married. See First Book of Kings, chapter 3, verse 1, which states, And Solomon made affinity with Pharaoh king of Egypt, and took Pharaoh's daughter, and brought her into the city of David, until he had made an end of building his own house, and the house of the Lord, and the wall of Jerusalem round about. Question 15. How did Job describe the condition of his skin due to his affliction? A. It turned black. B. It became white as snow. C. It was covered in boils and sores. D. It shone like gold. Time to think. The right answer is letter A. My skin is black upon me, and my bones are burned with heat. Book of Job, chapter 30, verse 30. Question 16. What did God provide to the Israelites as food from heaven during their journey in the wilderness? A. Manna. B. Quail. C. Fish. D. Fruits. Time to think. The right answer is letter A. Book of Exodus, chapter 16, verse 15. And when the children of Israel saw it, they said one to another, "It is manna," for they wist not what it was. And Moses said unto them, "This is the bread which the Lord hath given you to eat." Question 17. Who prayed 3 times a day, giving thanks before his God, as he had done previously, which led to his being thrown into the den of lions? A. Shadrach. B. Abednego. C. Meshach. D. Daniel. Time to think. The right answer is letter D. Book of Daniel, chapter 6, verse 10. Now when Daniel knew that the writing was signed, he went into his house, and his windows being open in his chamber toward Jerusalem, he kneeled upon his knees 3 times a day, and prayed, and gave thanks before his God, as he did aforetime. Question 18. What will happen to the prophets that prophesy lies in God's name according to the book of Jeremiah? A. They will be filled with wisdom. B. They will become rulers of kingdoms. C. They will die by sword and famine. D. They will be honored among men. Time to think. The right answer is letter C. Book of Jeremiah, chapter 14, verse 15. Therefore thus saith the Lord concerning the prophets that prophesy in my name, and I sent them not, yet they say, Sword and famine shall not be in this land. By sword and famine shall those prophets be consumed. Question 19. What was the final plague that God sent upon Egypt, which convinced Pharaoh to let the Israelites go? A. Locusts. B. Water turned to blood. C. Darkness for 3 days. D. Death of the firstborn. Time to think. The right answer is letter D. Book of Exodus, chapter 12, verse 29. And it came to pass that at midnight the Lord smote all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, from the firstborn of Pharaoh that sat on his throne unto the firstborn of the captive that was in the dungeon, and all the firstborn of cattle. Question 20. To whom did Job express his desire to plead his case? A. His friends. B. His wife. C. God. D. The king. Time to think. The right answer is letter C. Book of Job, chapter 23, verses 3 and 4. Oh, that I knew where I might find him, that I might come even to his seat. I would order my cause before him, and fill my mouth with arguments. And Book of Job, chapter 13, verse 3. But I would speak to the Almighty, and I desire to reason with God.